guys, thank you so much for joining me, Coley, with Crackin with Coley. I'm going to just adjust this a little bit this way. Excellent. So you can't see my kind of nicked tablecloth. Anyway, tonight I am going to be cracking a pack of Magic Gathering Modern Horizons. And please pardon me, I'm super stuffy. We are all kind of passing the flu around our house. So I had a resident this past week who told me I sounded like a female version of Johnny Cash. I don't know how accurate that is, but you know. Anyway, that being said, I chose this pack because it's not one that I've done. And I had the choice between this one right here and the cute, creepy looking squirrel, or Kaldheim, which I've actually opened before. So I chose this one. A little bit about Modern Horizons 2. This was released in June of 2021. It was a straight to modern set. And for those of you who don't know, kind of like me, Magic the Gathering has so many different player options, I guess would be the best way to say it as someone who is not a card game player. You have Constructed. Constructed has a minimum of 60 cards in your main deck, and then you have Standard. You have Pioneer, which is the newest, and then you have Modern, like Modern Horizons. This particular set right here, it has 303 regular cards, okay? So there are 101 commons, 100 uncommons, 78 rares, and 24 mythic rares. I'm still learning what all of those mean, so yeah. You can learn with me. Excellent. That being said, I still could not find the box cutter, and I was not so satisfied with the fun, scissors last time. It makes a great sound, but it's not as satisfying. But Possum works for an industry, well, a company, and within an industry, I think that's the best way to say it, who provided him with a brand new tool backpack and a box of tools. In that box of tools was this. It's a box cutter. I'm excited. And it clicks. It's so fun. Okay, anyway, that being said, let's start with Modern Horizons. Yeah. My box cutter was kind of more smooth, but anyway. Squirrel! It's every literal ADHD person's go-to when they are diverted from their main. It's a squirrel. Also here in the South, we have some fairly evil squirrels. One of Possum's cousins used to get pelted by squirrels, with their acorns and stuff from her house. Evil squirrels in Augusta, Georgia. Let's turn it over. Excellent. So we have an art series card. This one, oh, that's not it. So apparently there's supposed to be an art series card, but on the back, it's just the back of a card. From what I understand, there is a whole plethora of people who love to buy these type of cards where it's a misprint. I'm going to set my art series misprint aside. Excellent. So we have here Razor Ride Bridge. This is a common and it enters the battlefield tapped. So that means when it comes in the battlefield, it is not straight up, it is tapped to the side. I learned a little thing, you know, trying to play. Anyway, and somebody correct me if I am incorrect, which is, you know, quite possible. This is a dual color. Yeah. This kind of looks like the bridge outside of the place that Possum and I got married. You know, it's not razor, but it ended. Anyway, going on. So we next have a Chrome Courier. This is also a common. It is an artifact creature. When Chrome Courier enters the battlefield, reveal the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. If you put an artifact card into your hand this way, you gain 3 life. So you can get life by utilizing this card, and you can also divert your enemy. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong. And then we have, oh Lord, okay, this is a name. Ornithopier of Paradise. Ornithopier, this is what I get from being Southern. Ornithopier of Paradise. I'm sure I'm going to get corrected on this, but you know, you add 1 mana of any color and it has flying. So this is a flying artifact creature. It's gorgeous. Really pretty. Okay. Marble Gargoyle. Okay, so I love seeing gargoyles on the side of buildings that are, you know, older, antique, unique, and just gorgeous. I don't have another word for it. This is an artifact creature. The marble gargoyle gets 0/1 until the end of their turn. Yeah. Okay, so I'm fascinated because this apparently comes from the Underworld Cookbook. Once past the stony exterior, the meat is exquisite and can be stuffed with salads. I think I pronounced that correct. Or simmered. I can read, Nicole. You can read. Or simmered in a broth of manticore venom. Okay. And then there's that 17 syllable long name for a card. Yeah. There have been a lot of people who have tried to pronounce that. I do not intend to try to pronounce that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, not gonna. But it came from the Underworld Cookbook. Fairgrounds Patrol. This is also a common. With this card, you can exile Fairgrounds Patrol from your graveyard. Create a 1/1 colorless. There's another word. Thopter. Maybe. Artifact creature token with flying. Activate only as a sorcery. Woo. Okay, so this one's a complicated one. Or at least it sounds so when you read that. You know, so you exile it from your graveyard, which means it's no longer in your graveyard. You create a 1/1 colorless artifact creature token with flying. But you can only use it as a sorcery. And now I'm probably incorrect on this one. So, you know, please, again, a sorcery is not often used more than once. Once it's used, it's one and done. That's it. One and done. Soul of Migration. So, okay, this is kind of, I just want to, right there. Look at that face. Wow. Okay. When Soul of Migration enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 white bird creature tokens with flying. So this is a creature, but it has invoke, which means that you can do other things with other creatures. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't learn if I don't know. I'm fascinated by that. You can see the other soul right here, kind of, whisked away. And there's a dove on its wing. Nice. Okay, on to the next. Vectis gloves. Okay. I could see this with, I could see this as like a power glove, like Thanos would have. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. This is an uncommon. It is an artifact. So an equipped creature gets 2/2/0 and has artifact land walk. In other words, it can't be blocked as long as defending player controls an artifact land. Nice. That's why they call it equipment. But seriously, could see that kind of stone being on that kind of hand, this glove with stones all in it, being something you would see in a Marvel movie. Going on to the next. And I apologize for all the sniffles. We are all recovering from colds or the flu here in our house, so it's pretty bad. Magus of the Bridge. Yeah. Whenever a non-token creature is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. When a creature is put into the opponent's graveyard from the battlefield, exile Magus of the Bridge. So, and this is a foil, I think. Well, it's a rare. Anyway, it's kind of got a foil feature right here. I'm sure Possum is going to correct me on what it is, but this is a rare. It's also very, creepy. If you look at the artwork, you got all these bodies kind of dangling and hanging, and this dude is in charge of them, is what I kind of put into my perspective of it. Oh, lovely. Oh, except for the creepy hand trees. This is Sterling Grove. Okay. This is also a rare. Look, these trees and branches and so on, they are hands. Other enchantments you control have Shroud, so they can't be targets of spells or abilities. You can also sacrifice this card and search your library for an enchantment card and reveal it, then shuffle and put that card on top. Neat. That would be a really great painting. Tide Shaper. This is a merfolk wizard. Possum did a video a bit back where he had merfolk and a couple other types of creatures in his in this whole box. I can't remember. The video will be clickable at the end of this video. But this is a creature. When Tide Shaper enters the battlefield, it is kicked. If it was kicked, target land becomes an island for as long as Tide Shaper remains on the battlefield. So they get a 1/1 as long as an opponent controls an island. Huh, interesting. Nice. Okay, here we go. Ooh, this is an actual. I actually know this is a foil. You can see as this is Tragic Fall. Okay. I'm not going to say a whole lot about this card because literally I identify with this because every time I fall, it is tragic. Usually requires some kind of visit to the physician or an ER. But target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. So they lose life with this card. It also says Hellbent. That creature gets -13/-13 until the end of turn instead if you have no cards in hand. Oh, okay. So this is kind of like my interpretation. This is kind of like Uno. So it's my one card. I have no other cards in my hand. You get -13/-13 if I throw this on the playing field. That's what you get for clumsy folk. Oh, okay. Oh, it's our squirrel friend. Yay, I'm going to name that Sandy Squirrel. Not for the, SpongeBob character, but just because I like the name Sandy and Squirrel. I guess I could name it Samantha. Yeah. Anyway, this is a token creature. Excellent. This is a token from our pack. There's a lot of great cards in here that are they're not only fun to look at, but they're fun to just figure out what you could utilize them for. Not knowing a whole lot about the game, aside from the things I learn online, and what I hear. I'm gonna put down my squirrel. And what I hear from Possum, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to kind of go through these and give a perspective as a non-player. That being said, Magic the Gathering, they have so many different types of games that you can play and utilize and enjoy. And one of those, actually, is Magic the Gathering Arena. So anytime Possum goes and he plays a game in our local game store, we actually really love our local game store. It usually comes with a code that is provided for mtgarena.com. From what I have read and understand, and the little bit that I've played myself, as a Coley of MTG Arena, the first 10 hours, not that I can devote 10 hours to playing Magic the Gathering Arena, but the first 10 hours of play that you might, use for this particular game helps you to learn more about the game. I have 2 teenagers and a possum, and I work a full-time job at a tax credit senior apartment community. So I don't have a whole lot of time to devote to playing games, but when I do, I've actually really enjoyed playing this. They have an app, and you can also play it online. And that being said, for the next several times that we film videos, we are going to provide you guys with an Magic the Gathering Arena code. These can be used for standard, draft, sealed, more, anyone, anywhere, anytime. That's what it says. So I have been told, because we have all of these, I have been told to give you guys 2. So after this code has been given to you, it's not available to anybody. So use it as fast as you can. That being said, here's the first code. Might need to give you those last few numbers. SC41A, C515F, 5B46E, E9C50, 5A1. Excellent. Your first code. This will be thrown away because it is now not usable for anybody else. And then this. We have this one. 4171A, 3BA, 1B, 32, missed a number, 382FFB5591C0, that's not an O, that's a 0, F75. So we hope that you enjoy those codes and use them as the best you can. And that, kind of like me, you're learning more about Magic the Gathering. I just input my thoughts and ideas on what each of the cards kind of look like and what they are or symbolize to me. And along the way, I learn a little bit more about the game. I learn about the different types of gameplay they have. I learn more about the actual the different types of cards. I learn more. You just learn. It's like you learn something new every day. Yes you do. And that being said, I'm so glad that you guys kind of tuned in to this. I want to apologize. This would have normally been uploaded on Wednesday, but we are all recovering from some form of sickness. I have had major inspections going on the property that I work for. And so it's just been a really busy time. Normally this would be a third Wednesday of the month. So it would have been this past Wednesday. It would also have meant us being able to say to you, and which I'm going to say right now, Happy Thanksgiving. We hope that you feel blessed and that you enjoy the time that you have with your loved ones. And if you don't have any loved ones to spend that time with, that you find a charitable organization, I'm saying that from personal experience, that you might like to enjoy spending some time with and devoting time to other people. So happy Thanksgiving. We want to ask you to join us back, or join me back in a month, not on a Sunday, but on a Wednesday. Join us back in a month for another edition of Crackin with Coley. Next time I will probably open Theros. This is my next one that I've not opened yet. I'm going to save this one for last because I've already opened one. Yeah. Anyway, that being said, thanks for tuning in to Crackin with Coley and Get Nerdy MTG. Wait, what? Oh, there's my art. Look, I feel so stupid. That's my art card. And I have planes, but this is my art card. This was Mental Journey. Wow. A moment of error leads to a moment of beauty. Y'all have a great night and a happy Thanksgiving.